Hey guys, going to actually do a movie review. I've been doing a lot of unboxing and stuff, and I still have a lot of those to do. So before I do those, I'm gonna go ahead and get you a movie review. For the holiday season, we got Halloween here, so let's go ahead and do some Halloween movie reviews. Let's get into it. So we have The Pumpkin Man. This movie just came out, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. It is very new. It's an independent horror movie. So don't go into it thinking it's gonna be a bigger budget movie like Halloween or something like that. It's not even like Trick or Treat level of production, or I'm not. I shouldn't say that. It's not Trick or Treat level of budget. They do have a pretty small budget, but I think that they did a really good job with what they had. I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys the synopsis, and then we will get into my opinions on the movie. Cromwell is a town whose history is intertwined with that of the local legend, the Pumpkin Man. Most people don't believe the tales, but when Catherine Quinn discovers the missing piece of the legend, she and her friends will come face to face with the demon of fall, Curpus. Um, so if her friends get together, they summon this fall demon, Curpus, the Pumpkin Man they call him, and he's out to get them. It's a pretty simple movie, super simple premise and everything. It's not a movie that's going to have you thinking of like what's going to happen next, little pieces that fit together in a movie. This is a pretty straightforward, fun Halloween flick. If you're tired of watching the same Halloween movies, like I think most people are, this is one I think you could watch and have some fun. There's a big time Halloween feel to this movie. There's pumpkins everywhere. There's lights. It's a fall setting. That alone really piqued my interest for this movie. The picture quality on the movie I thought was really good. You don't get that kind of like really low quality, shitty video. Like the cinematography was really good. The director did a good job with his shots. This is a movie that knew what it could do and it knew what it could not do. And by that I mean they wanted to make a fun Halloween movie with nothing too crazy, and that's what they did. They didn't rely on CGI, which some movies will try to do that to make up for a budget, which is always a horrible call. I have never met anyone that disagrees with that. Practical is always the way to go. You don't want to see video game graphics coming out, oozing blood or whatever. You don't want to see computer generated monsters coming at you, because it takes you out of it. Scream Team Releasing made this movie, and they realized that. All of their movies, from what I've seen, is all practical effects. Yes, they're lower budget, so you're not going to get like super insane scenes, but if you're looking for like a movie that's different, that can still also be a fun time, Scream Team Releasing is a really good independent horror company. So the Pumpkin Man, when you watch the movie, he is just a man in the mask, but they do a good job trying to cover up the mask. I didn't really see any parts where I'm like, oh, that's a person in the mask, because he's like covered up with a cloth or something. Okay, so back to where I was. You can tell he's just a man in a mask, obviously, but they do cover that up pretty well. He does like wear stilts. He does the movie like in stilts, to make it, he's a big demon. You don't want him to be like our size. That kind of takes away. So yeah, you don't see the stilts or anything. He's got like long pants, but I still appreciate the effort. Like I said, they really try to like do something interesting, but also trying to mask the budget, which I didn't have a problem with. Some of you will. If you don't really care for low budget movies, just don't even waste your time. If you didn't like Terrifier, don't waste your time, because this is like 1 or 2 steps below Terrifier as far as being like a blockbuster movie. Another thing I didn't really care for is it has like a really low body count. It's got like 3 or 4 kills, which is fine, but if I'm really, really into a movie, it's probably got a bunch of kills left and right. They're super gory and all that, but this is not that movie. There's not a lot of gore in this movie. There is some. You know, obviously they did try to use their budget to the best of their ability. One of them, he is carving open, and you can tell she just has like this like fake stomach thing that like you know strapped to your stomach, and then like it oozes blood. So there was that. Other than that, I don't really have a gripe at like some of the practical that they used. Someone gets their head ripped off and like the skin from their head and everything ripped off, and I thought that actually looked really cool. So the gore is kind of hit and miss a little bit. There's not a lot of gore, so just take that into account if you want to watch this movie or not. The acting is probably my biggest gripe on this movie. Most of the characters in here can't act, which, you know, you got to start somewhere. Not everyone's like an amazing actor, obviously. But there's a couple of them, probably like two or three, to where I'm just like, are you even trying? One of them is the cop in the movie. Um, I feel like I'm acting better right now than he was. Like he was very much like a robot. Not one line did he deliver actually have like any type of emotional feeling to it. A couple of the main character's friends, their acting is pretty trash themselves. But like I said, I didn't go into this movie expecting to see a masterpiece. I expected to go in and be entertained, have a good time, you know, watch a Halloween flick, and that's exactly what this movie does. So I don't regret buying the movie. I don't regret watching it. Just if you watch this movie, you know what you're getting into. If I had to rate it for myself, I would probably give this like a 6 or a 6.5. Am I going to watch it every Halloween season? Probably not, but definitely every 2, if not 3 years, I'll definitely be popping this in to watch it. Because it is different, you know. I don't like watching the same Halloween movies over and over. Halloween with Michael Myers literally has 13 movies, and then you know it's got fan made stuff. Um, that's a lot of movies, 13 movies, and even though all the movies are different, it's still nice to get something different. As you know, Pumpkin Man, it's completely different. But that is going to about do it for this movie review. So if you're still watching, please like, comment, subscribe, something. If you're going to watch this movie, if you have watched this movie, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you think this movie is so shit sounding that you're not even going to check it out. But I would discourage that. I would suggest everybody watch this out, because it is independent, and we have to support independent horror. But yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll catch you in the next video. See you. Good night.